And we're off. Welcome to Microeconomics, Fall 2018. I'm the instructor. My name is Brian Evans. So again, welcome to the course. All right, let me minimize my face so I don't scare you away on day one. And let's just go through some of the key important points from the syllabus, which you can print out, which you should print out. But there are some, again, really important things that we should review. Most importantly, perhaps, right off the bat, is to understand that the final exam is at Foothill College on Tuesday, December 11th, 10:30 a.m. in room 8338. All right, that's the only time we will meet face-to-face. It's for the comprehensive final exam. If you are not a local student, you can take the exam off campus, but you do need to find a proctor. So the rules of finding a proctor are here, so please read that. No, it can't be your best friend or your mother or your brother. I need that information by the end of week 7, Friday week 7, so that I can confirm the proctors and make sure everything's set up. So you have a little bit of time to get me the information, but actually I would just kind of do it early so you're not rushing around at the end. All right, another important thing to note right off the bat is that there is a syllabus quiz which is due this Friday, right? It's very easy. You should print this syllabus out, or at least have it online to answer the questions so you get them all right. And if you don't take that syllabus quiz by Friday, then you will be dropped from the class. I don't care. You have 1 week to do it, so I hope you're organized enough to get going on that. Textbook. So a few different options here. A physical textbook. I'm using Colander's book. You can use the 7th edition, which looks like this. You could use the 8th edition, which looks like this. You could use the 9th edition, which looks like this. There's a new 10th edition out. If you want to pay $200 for a book, get the 10th edition. I don't have actually the reading schedule for that, but if anyone has it, I can do it quickly. You can also probably just get the idea from the chapter titles from one of the other editions. So the hope here is that you can go online and find a super cheap book. I'm thinking under $10. Right? So search around. Sometime if you see it for like $95, don't buy it. Keep on looking around, and I'm pretty sure you can find one for under $20 for sure if you look around. You can use a free online book, which is right here. And let me go to that quick. I have it queued up here, right here. So this is it, and you can read it online, you can download it as a PDF, all sorts of ways to get around, and it's a pretty good book. So that's accessible right now. So no excuse, you've got a book. Okay, let's see. Also, so you're taking this class online, right? And so the main thing you're not getting is a lecture with an instructor who's right there in front of you, explaining stuff to you, answering questions. That's a big sacrifice. So what would be very helpful is if you substitute that with some online content. Sorry, my phone's going off here. And so, I've actually already put in a lot of online videos into the course. They're mostly from MJ Foodie. You'll see, she has a good treatment. She's not very technical, but she has good overviews. Some of these other websites, ACDC Leadership, I think are really good videos. You'll find those helpful. They're very short and to the point, and they do a good job of going through the graphs. Probably the Jason Welker YouTube videos are the best for going through the graphs carefully. So again, use those. If you find other ones that you think are great, post them so we can all share. There's nothing that says you are restricted to my written modules, and you can surf the internet and see if there's other sources that agree or disagree with what we talk about. All right, grade weights. So homework is going to be 14%. You're going to have a bunch of quizzes. They are 36% total, and the final exam is 50%. Yes, 50%. Half the course grade is based on the final exam. To pass the course, you need to get 60% or more of these weighted points. All right, that's I will guarantee you a C. Okay. However, you have to get at least 45% on the final exam to pass the class. So even if your overall average exceeds 60%, if you don't get 45% on the final, sorry, you do not pass the class. So this is my way to verify that it's actually you doing the work, not your smart girlfriend. All right. Let's see. Yeah, so there's actually 5 quizzes, but you get to drop your worst one. Okay, so everyone gets a break there. Your worst quiz is automatically dropped. So if you forget one time, not that big of a deal. If you get it twice, that's a big deal. Okay. Also, the homeworks are basically every week, I think, and there's 130 points total in the homework. But you get a couple breaks here. One break is that it's not a big weight, right? It's only 14% of your grade. Another big break is that all the points you earn on the syllabus quiz, the one that's due this Friday, those become flex points, I call them, on homework. That is, if you get 20 out of 20 on the quiz, which you basically should, then you get 20 free points for homework. So you can miss up to 20 points and still get 100% on homework. All right. Now the most you can get on homework is 100%. So if you get over that, you still only get 100%. Okay. So the logic there is that the homework, you should get a very good score on homework, and so for that reason, it doesn't really make sense to copy the answers if they're online somewhere, or if you have, again, a smart friend. Those are easy points. And the homework and the modules and the quizzes, that's where you're learning the material. So don't waste that chance by just getting cheap free points from someone. Struggle with the homework. Totally worth it to get it wrong and miss the cheap homework point, because that process is how you learn. So please, in an online class, it's particularly important. Don't take the easy way out. Don't ignore the class. Do the homeworks. That's where you learn the material. All right. If you don't open up a homework or a quiz, for that matter, then you never get to review it. That's just a Canvas thing. It's kind of hard for me to go back and do that stuff. So if you're going to miss a quiz for some reason, which you shouldn't, at least open it up so that you can then go back and study off of it. Okay. I've also created a bunch of worksheets in the modules, and those are, you're not going to hand those in, so there's no official points attached to them, but they are a very good sample of the kind of questions you're going to see in the final exam, because the final exam is short answer, not multiple choice. And so again, like the homework, take those really seriously. Don't just ignore them. Just because you're not handing them in doesn't mean they're not worth anything. That, again, along with the homework, that's where you're really learning the material. So use those wisely. Economics is, it can be pretty hard. So I would, one little trick is to, when you come across a graph, stop and, close the book and redraw the graph and take your time and understand what the axes are and why the curve takes the shape it takes. And so it's through the graphs, I think, and that's typically the thing that trips students up the most. So if you kind of focus on the graphs, that's the hardest part. Understand the graphs, and then all the other written stuff, it's kind of explaining the graph. So pay attention to the graphs as we go along. Okay, there is one way to earn bonus points for this class, and that is through effective use of the discussion chambers. And effective use means a consistent quality effort, right? So it's not based on the quantity of posts, right? So don't just post 70 things in the last week and think you're going to get bonus points. I'd much rather see, every week a couple comments, good comments. They don't have to be super, you're not supposed to know anything about economics, so it counts to ask questions and respond to other people's comments. Helping out on the homework is another easy way to earn bonus points. And of course, helping others is a very good way to learn and confirm that you understand stuff yourself. So just kind of being committed to the class discussions, that is the way to earn bonus points. And those that do it, they get rewarded quite handsomely. So the top students, they up their grade, an entire grade, just based on their participation. So that's it. What else do we got here? Drops, yeah. Be careful with the drop dates. Once the drop dates pass, you can't do things retroactively. So you have 2 weeks to drop this class and not have any effect on your transcript. I think you even get your money back. After 2 weeks, you're in for at least a W. If you drop between weeks 2 and 8, then you get a W, which is a withdrawal. And if you're in after week 8, you are in for a grade. You cannot drop the class. Okay, then I have some warnings here about the idea that, online classes, again, the hard part for a lot of people, myself included, is that because there's no structured meetings, it's super easy to just kind of ignore it and let it slide. But that's a trap because pretty soon you're way behind. And so that's the trick of online classes, keeping up to date, and it takes some self-discipline. All right, then I have some other stuff here. So at the end of the syllabus, I have some reading schedules. So this particular one's based on the 7th edition of Colander, and hopefully it's pretty clear and self-explanatory. All the important dates are here. So whatever book you use, 7th edition, 8th edition, 9th edition, or even the online book, I have the reading schedules all laid out there. So I would definitely print that particular page out and post it on your wall next to your desk just so you keep track of the dates, because there's a lot of little things, the homework and quizzes and all that, it's easy to lose track of that. So have that right there at your fingertips. All right, what else we got? Let's go to the web page. Let's see. Whoops, I don't got it up there. Canvas. Where's Canvas? All right, sorry. Let's go to Canvas. And I thought I had it ready, but I didn't. Awkward moment. Here we are. So courses, we are going to be Econ. And so this is the home page, which I think you are at. You're watching this video right here, in fact. So this is it. Yeah, again, some of the stuff is repeated here. Basically what you're going to do is you're going to go to modules, and you are then going to essentially go through the modules. When you finish a module, go to the next thing. The first thing is a self-introduction, and mine's already there. Then you got the syllabus quiz, and then we have introduction to economics, then videos, some discussion posts. And by the way, you are more than welcome. I encourage you to post things on your own. I think you have the ability to create a link or a discussion thread, I believe. If not, you can always post in the homework discussions. So every homework has a homework discussion. And so if you find some real world event that applies, you can, talk about it in the homework discussion. Okay? And that's it. So if you have any questions, you come over here to inbox and you can send me questions. I also, of course, monitor stuff. So if you ask a question within the homework discussion, for example, I'll definitely see it. I do want you to help each other. So I don't always answer questions about the homework initially because, again, I want to encourage you guys to help each other. That class dynamic is super helpful if we can get it going. But if I do see the discussion veering off course, or clearly if I see someone giving bad advice or bad answers, then I'll definitely jump in. But I read it every day. So if I don't respond right away, it's because I'm waiting for your classmates to get involved. I don't want to train you to wait for me to answer. It's much better for everyone if you guys help each other out and create that classroom environment. All right, we good? So let me know if you have any questions. Thanks and good luck.